Here I have here a 1942 Ithaca Model 37. This is in 16 gauge. As you know, I love 16 gauge shotguns. Still in overall decent shape. Still solid. Functions 100%. Does have some wear on the receiver and some of the bluing loss. Barrel's in nice condition. It's all original number, matching number. It's a 5-digit number, starting with a 5. See the beautiful forearm back then? It's gorgeous forearm with beautiful checkering. The only thing which was dreadful on this was somebody cut the barrel back to 19 inches. And there's no beaded sight on it. I could put a beaded sight on it. But it's a shame that it was cut back, because this was a gorgeous firearm. It still is, but now you could use it for a home defense shotgun. I mean, as you can see with the checkering, it hasn't really been used a lot, but it's been stored, I guess, against other firearms or cabinets, and you can see some of the polyurethanes off, some of the stain, I guess. But if it was used a lot, this checkering would have been worn. I have another Ithaca 37, and I think it has a 28-inch barrel, and that's also 16 gauge. I just love my 16 gauges. I don't know why. But again, it's the value of it for cutting it back to 19-inch barrels, or the barrel, I mean. It varies, because it is now a home defense shotgun, and people are buying these up for home defense. So the only thing, like I said, I have to put a beaded sight on it, or one of those illuminated sights, the stick-on ones, one or the other. But for being in 1942, you're talking almost 70 some years old here, 78 years old, and it is bottom ejection, bottom feed, bottom injection, which is really nice for the Ithaca Model 37. And again, it's 5-digit, starting with 5. So it's definitely a 1942. I think shortly after that they didn't make the Ithaca Model 37s, because during the World War II, the government, I think, contracted maybe 1,600 of them for riot shotguns, and they weren't going to make any for civilians and whatever was out there. I think maybe they made some 16 gauges during the war, from 43, 44, I'm not sure. And what was out there, people bought. So there you go. 1942 Ithaca 37, 16 gauge. You don't see too many of these 16 gauges around. It's usually the 12. You do see 20s. 20's a nice one too, but I love the 16 gauge. Have a good one. Be safe.